What's good, Spurs Nights? It's your boy Clan, the Spurs fan. I'm here with a brand new video. Well, I'm going live, but technically it's a brand new video. Let's go ahead and talk about this loss. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there and say exactly how I feel and exactly what's wrong with this loss. And maybe I got some positives to go with it as well. But a lot of people want to, when we lose a game, everyone is quick to throw blame. We want to throw blame at this person. We need to throw blame at this person. We need to throw blame at this person. Honestly, if I had to throw the blame in this game that we lost against the Knicks, and I know Knicks are a trash team. They're basically trying to tank. But at the same time, those young guys came out to play, and I don't remember the guy's name, but they had a post-game interview with him, and he was saying that they wanted to come out and play for this game. So they came to play. They could not miss a shot. But if I had to put blame on someone in this game, I would have to blame our entire coaching staff at this point. I think that sometimes our team gets a little analytical happy, or analytics happy, in which we look at the analytics and we say, we win more games with this player and this player together. We win a lot of games with this player and this player together. We have a higher field goal percentage with this player and this player together. And I think it's coming down to this. You just got to play your best guys. You can't fool around with this lineup. I'm getting tired of it. I do not like seeing Pau Gasol play for a quarter and not play the rest of the game. Either play him or don't. But you do not let Pau Gasol go in there, play a few minutes. Say what you want about Pau Gasol, but that is a 7-foot talent right there. He is a finesse big man. He can pass the ball. He can shoot threes. And he can rebound. Do not. You know what? If Pau Gasol play is irritating you, get on to him. But do not put him in for a quarter and not play him for the rest of the game. Because let me tell you something. When you do call on to Pau Gasol, when you do need Pau Gasol to actually play some sufficient minutes, he's not going to be there because you are shooting down his confidence at this point. That is a Hall of Fame big man. I'm not saying that Pau Gasol is the best big man on the team. I'm not saying that Pau Gasol is one of the best in the league. I'm not saying that. But you do not waste a 7-foot talent like that. Either cut him or play him. I think it's that simple. And I don't understand why we keep doing that. That's the biggest negative I took from that game. It felt as if not so much that the players were unsure of themselves. Well, Pau Gasol kind of was. I mean, his confidence is shot at this point. He got to get that back. But it's not so much that the players were unsure of themselves. It felt as if the coaching staff was unsure. They didn't know who to play. As the game went on, they didn't know what lineups to put in. They didn't know where to go with this. They didn't know. Just stick to one. Just stick to one. In my estimate, what we should do, and this is just me, I say, and of course Derek White didn't play yesterday, but I say, if you got a starting lineup, just go big with your starting lineup, and then your bench, let those be the 3-point shooters. Let that be the bench that's going to blow up the other bench. Do it like that. But this whole thing of not knowing what matchup should be out there at certain times is getting ridiculous, and I really don't like it. But the positive, because I said I can say some positive. The positive thing about that is it's fixable. The positive thing about that is we have probably the best coaching staff in the NBA. So this coaching staff can easily fix that problem as far as these lineups and figuring out who they should play. But you have to stick to one. It's this late in the season and you're still playing around with lineups. And I don't like it. Because look, if Gasol's going to be on the team, guys, and it's not just about how much he's making, because we shouldn't even really know his income, to be honest with you. If he's going to be on the team, the man has to play. It's that simple. He's too big of a talent to not play. Gasol is going to give you some good minutes if you give him the opportunity. But at this point, he's playing for a spot. And he looks like a rookie out there trying to play for his spot, and it's ridiculous. Just let him play. Just let him play. I'm not saying that's the biggest issue, but that's just part of this whole thing of us not knowing who to play. I say you start Gasol. I say you start Rudy, LA, DeMar, and Derek White. Because I feel like Pau Gasol could be a stretch big, open up the paint for guys like DeMar DeRozan and Derek White. And there, you good. Rudy Gay gonna have to hit his threes, but you good. And you got a real lengthy team, and it's not gonna be easy to just shoot on them. Now, when you got guys coming off the bench, we're not gonna have to worry about that as much, because that's just a pure 3-point shooting team. And that way we have not two separate teams. Of course, they're going to have to play with each other and mismatch, all that. But you have two personalities on your team. You got two aspects of your team. One team is defense and grit. And the other team, you're going to have to play defense as well, which they do. The bench plays defense. But you got your three-pointers. And as the game go on, then you can say, okay, this player is hot off the bench. Just keep him in. Stuff like that. But this whole thing of just not knowing who to play and just switching up everybody, and I don't like it. Now, biggest positive I took away from this game. Biggest positive. I really love the fact that DeMar DeRozan, the way that he came into this game, his attitude, his defense, his whole just style of play was exactly what we needed. I really believe if he keeps this up, the rest of the team will follow, because he was nasty. He was relentless. He was going at your throat. He played outstanding defense. I mean, he had a crazy great block that they ended up calling a foul, which wasn't. And it was like, wow. He is and I've been saying this, DeMar DeRozan is very capable of playing the best defense on the team, just because his athleticism, his quickness, his reflexes. He is extremely fast. And you saw it. You saw it with the steal that he had, and he had an and one down the court. You saw it with the block that I just mentioned. And if you just paid attention, he played great defense. And he was purposely, like, he would stay with his guy, but he would purposely let his guy get past him just a little bit so he can meet LA at the rim. He was playing perfect. And I loved his attitude. And I think this came from him seeing or him experiencing what happened with him and Kawhi. And I think he wanted to prove that he can play defense as well. And now, where before in the season, when we weren't playing good defense, DeMar DeRozan would come out and he would say, we got to play better defense. And I would just sit there like, you got to play better defense. I mean, yes, the team has to play better defense, but you're the leader. You have to play better defense. You're not even playing better defense. But now at this point, when he comes out now, because he said it yesterday, he said, we got to play better defense. Our defense sucks. Now the team can more so listen, because he's putting the ultimate effort out there. And another thing to take away from this game, Knicks really wanted it. Our boy Patty Mills had a horrific game, which will not happen again. I think he went like 2 for 14 or something like that. Brent Forbes did not have a great game. So it was a lot of aspects of this game that we just didn't play well. I mean, we shot 25% from 3. When is that going to happen again? We're shooting over 40% for the season. So we're gonna be fine. Is it a bad loss? Yes. Yes, it's a bad. You do not lose to the Knicks on any occasion, and I understand that. I will also say that even though these margins of losses has not been as big as it was early in the season, we were still trying to get everything together as far as, you know, who plays. I guess we still doing it, to be honest with you, but who plays and who doesn't play. But I will say with confidence, the last 2 losses, the one against Toronto, in which Kawhi Leonard steals the ball and dunks for the game winner, basically, and this one, losing against the Knicks, who was on an 8-game losing streak at the Madison State Garden. I think these 2 losses were the worst of the season because of the timing of them, because of when they happened, how late in the season it is. I mean, I know it's a little just over half season, but still, how late in the season it is. And yeah, it's just you should have your stuff together by at this point. But the one positive I can't take from this game is that DeMar DeRozan was fucking relentless. And that's what we're going to need. If DeMar DeRozan can keep that up, if DeMar DeRozan can keep going at your throat, if DeMar DeRozan can play defense, I believe that the rest of the team will follow. They just will. And if that happens, if our team plays great defense like they did at some span of the season where we were keeping everyone under 100% or 100 points, we're a bad motherfucking team because we got 3-point shooting. We can get in the paint. But two takeaways. DeMar DeRozan, keep doing what you're doing because that was a great performance. Be angry. Become a San Antonio Spur and put this team on your back. You and LA, but put this team on your back. And number 2, coaching staff, please figure out your lineups because this is not going to work. You said real talk, Lonnie and DJ up next. Yes. And Lonnie Walker, at this point in the season, I thought that he would solidify some minutes. Doesn't really look like the case at this point. I think I like the fact that we threw him in the fire against the Warriors, but the way in which we did it, I wasn't feeling that. I would have rather them kind of ease him into that where he would have got more minutes before even leading up to that game because that game messed him up. It messed up his chances big time for the season. But hey, who knows? Who knows what happened? But we do need a Lonnie Walker at this point. But with this team right now, DeMar DeRozan, do your thing. Keep doing your thing. And coaching staff, play Pau Gasol. Either play him or don't. Because you do not want to play around with a Hall of Famer like that. He's been getting minutes his whole career. And it's not like he can't play. He's capable of playing. But if you think he's soft, if you think that he's messing up, then get on to him. Pau Gasol is at his best when he gets yelled at. Get on to him. But yeah, that's all I got. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there and give you guys a quick little platform to vent and do whatever, in the comments. But tough loss, but I'm not crying over it. Tonight we got the Nets. Let's see what we do against the Nets. I believe that the Spurs will give a very good performance. That's what I'm expecting. I don't care if it's a back-to-back. I think they will give a very good performance. And I'm expecting DeMar DeRozan to play the exact same defense that he did this last game. Until next time, Spurs Knights. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to try to. I think it comes on at 6:30 Central. I'm gonna try to stream that game. So not stream it like where you can watch the game, but I'll try to watch the game while talking to you guys or whatever. But yeah, so hopefully I'll see